Hi, I'm Mariela, and this is...
I'm Lloyd.
And we are Cake for Breakfast.
Yeah.
So, Lloyd has had many ideas about starting a podcast, and we talk about all types of things over cake and coffee. So, we thought that having a little podcast and bringing y'all into the conversation would be a really good idea.
Yeah, because I think the best conversations we have is over cake and coffee.
Yes.
All right, so Cake for Breakfast. So this is our first recording.
Yes, it is.
All right, so bear with us. So what brought us here, right? Like, I know people want to know, like, okay, this is cool, but what made you guys want to do this?
So we'll start by the fact that I'm quite opinionated. I have many ideas. I read a lot. I'm very, I'm not going to say nosy, but I like to be informed, and so do you. So we also talk about different topics, and many a time we're like, it can't be that I'm the only person that thinks this, or that we're the only people that feel this way. So we're going to talk about all kinds of things.
Whatever comes to mind. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to discuss. A lot happening out there, and we, like you said, we always have our conversations, and we always say to ourselves, like, hey, we kind of need a third party, somebody to be here to say, yeah, you know what, you guys are right, or somebody to disagree, right? So we figured we'll invite you guys into our conversations, and you guys can give us feedback, we can give you feedback, and it's gonna be like a family.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah,
so ironically, today we finally got to it. It is a blizzard outside. We live in New York City, so we were just looking out the window, and it is crazy out there. It is crazy, and so the Mayor Mamzani, said that the kids are going to be remote. And of course, we're 90s kids, right?
Definitely.
So we would play outside on, those special days where they would close school because of the snow. So I was thinking, like, the end of an era. Like, kids don't play outside in the snow anymore. Like, you have to sit in class, attendance, your parents get a phone call. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, like you said, we born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, and back in those days, it could be 2-3 inches of snow. We'll get snowed, and we would be outside playing in the snow.
Yeah, purple lips and everything.
Oh my God. And you'll come in, right, cold as heck, and you'll have some hot chocolate, maybe some cookies or something like that to keep you nice and warm. And then when you was ready, you was back out there again.
With your parents screaming in the background, like,
if
you get sick, you just wait and see.
Yeah. Do you remember the blizzard of 96?
I remember the blizzard of 96. Can I tell you what happened to me? So I saw that school was closed. And guys, like, for those people that are like younger than we are, that have no idea what we're talking about, you had to watch the news with the little script at the bottom to see if your school closed. There was no such thing as like a robocall with like, hello, blah, 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 parents, just letting you know that that was not a thing.
It was Channel 9, Channel 11, even Long Island.
Channel 5, yep.
Channel 5, you look on the bottom, and once you see your school was closed, you was hyped.
100%.
Yo, school.
But I saw that my elementary school was closed. Sorry, my middle school was closed, right? I was in 6th grade. So, bro, I walked to school. My mother did not believe me. And when I got to the building, I was so angry because I was like, I told her it was closed. Whatever. When I came back home, she was like, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. But, I got my way with it because I went inside, I changed, I put on boots and extra layers of clothes, and I went right back outside to play. And she, for the first time, did not have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
That was a crazy blizzard.
That was a crazy blizzard. I remember walking up in that, and obviously, I mean, that was 96, so I was a lot smaller. But I remember opening my side door to my house, and I couldn't even get the door open because there was so much. I had to literally push the door and shovel the snow with the door out the way.
Yeah.
And then when we stepped foot in it, I was knee deep in that joint. So that was a hell of a blizzard.
That was crazy.
I don't think we had anything remotely crazier than that. And we've had like a lot of storms since then, but nothing like 96. Or could it have been that we were just so little that it felt like it was bigger than what it actually was?
No, that was a big storm. Yeah, we were little and everything seemed larger. But I remember the adults complaining, like how they were having trouble with their cars and people couldn't get out of their houses. I actually remember the news, like they were showing the report of people opening their doors and having like a wall of snow. So it was pretty bad. And I guess New York, we sit in like a weird place because it's like we can get a really bad winter or we could get a mild winter. Like we've had really mild winters. I think this is the first winter in a really long time that it snowed like 3 times already. Like last week it snowed for the entire weekend and it was still warm enough so there was no like accumulation. But these snow days always like they mean so much to me because I'm always like, oh, I remember that, like playing outside and there was no homework and there was nothing to do but to play. And I feel like the kids, because of COVID, the kids have been robbed. Like you remember during COVID, they had that one snowstorm and the kids, they were like, oh, we're going to do remote learning. And I told the kids like, you're not remote learning anything. You're going to go play outside. Like I have every expectation that I won't see you here for 3 hours at least. Yeah. And they did. And they went out to play. Yep. And to me, I feel like we're so busy pushing certain things towards the kids that we're taking away other delicious memories and privileges, like being in the snow, playing, having fun, instead of being cooped up behind the screen doing remote learning. So those are my thoughts on remote learning and the blizzard. And Mamdani was very clear. He did say it wasn't his rule. He said it was a state law, whatever. But I still think the kids deserve a snow day. Yeah,
they definitely do. Things are a lot different. You know what else we don't see anymore? The young men that are ringing on your doorbells, offering to shovel for a couple of dollars. You see, back in the days, me and the homies would get together, go shovel, do your driveway for $40. That'll be some Chinese food or something like that for all of us. We get together. $40, $60 today. And, back in those days, $24 went a long way. So we don't see that anymore either. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing more older folks and elderly out there shoveling their driveways and their kids inside playing video games and chilling. That's unheard of for me because growing up, we didn't do that. We grabbed the shovels and we went knocking.
Yeah.
We do your driveway right now.
Yeah. And, like you go home with like cookies and
you go home
they hook you up with something more.
Like,
it's different. It's different.
It's different now, man. It's different now,
but neighborhoods are different now. So like you knew everyone on your street.
Yeah.
I knew everyone in my building. And then the houses next to my building, I knew everybody. And we would do things like that. Even for like Christmas, I remember Mr. and Mrs. Lace, which was where my mom parked her car. They would come outside with pâtés and they would like offer it to the neighborhood. And I knew my neighbors. I feel like that also changed as, time has changed. We don't always know all our neighbors. Like, I don't think we know all our neighbors. I think we know the ones that we see all the time.
Yeah. You got the ones that you say hello to. And then you got some that, hey, they don't say hello to me, I ain't gonna say hello.
Yeah. And then there's like a lot of movement. Like I remember, a few weeks back, I actually saw neighbors from like 3 doors down, and I was like, I didn't even know these people lived here. Like, where did they come from? Yeah. So it's also like a change in our neighborhoods. They're multi-family houses. Maybe they don't own the house. Maybe they don't want to like spend money on something that they feel like they don't have to. But I mean, you and I will go outside and shovel, even if it's not our like property. We'll we'll see the shovels and we'll be like, all right, let's make way. We'll send the kids outside.
Yeah, we have done things like that just to keep that tradition going. But things are so much different now.
Yeah.
Things. I mean, it's really different for us too, because now we despise the snow. Like,
I mean, it's pretty when it's falling.
It is, but man, our backs ain't the same.
No.
You gotta go out there. You gotta shovel that snow. You see, back when you was younger, it was nothing, right?
Right.
But now it's like you see the snow, and you're like, oh, come on, because you gotta go out there and shovel the cars out. You gotta remove the snow from the cars,
and then you have to deal with the traffic and or the parking situation
because of
the snow.
Yeah, and listen, while the kids may have a remote day, we ain't got remote days. I'm a bus operator, so remote days we don't have that. All right. We got come to work anyways, and if it ain't too crazy, we'll send you out or we'll keep you here.
Right.
But we still got to report no matter what. All right, because people still got to get to work. Nurses.
Right. Essential workers, and
they still got to. So they rely on us to get them to those jobs, and so it's important for us to show up, even if we don't end up going out. We still got to be there, so just in case. So it's different for us now because now we don't enjoy it.
I certainly don't know.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable for us anymore. We gotta deal with it more than enjoy it. So that's why when we do have days like this, I want to see the kids outside. I want that, and I don't see that anymore. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, you don't normally see the kids outside anyway. Well, like, even when it's warm, you don't really see the kids outside. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we would open the fire hydrants, and it would be like everybody was outside, or people were playing outside or bike riding. We have teenagers, and they're older teenagers, and even in our neighborhood, we never saw that.
No.
When they were younger, it was like they would play outside, or we'd take them to the park, but they were never outside. And there are kids in the neighborhood. It's just like the culture has changed. Like, community has changed, neighborhoods have changed. Like, there's a lot of changes. But during the snow, I always like to see the kids outside. Like, when was the last time we made a snowman?
Oh.
I think it was that winter where I dressed it.
And let me tell you something. We could never make the snowman that you would see on like TV.
Yeah, no, that's
with
fake.
The perfect round of balls.
Ball, yeah, no.
We could never make a snow. Our snowmans used to look retarded. I mean, not retarded. Sorry about it. Can't say retarded. That's crazy.
But yeah, it's not a good word.
It's not a good word. Our snowman used to look discombobulated. Yes.
Yeah, I still can't make it. It doesn't stop me from putting it together, though.
Like, my snowman used to legit look like a whole triangle. Like, I never used to look right. But we did get like the carrot and the stick for the arms or whatever. The carrot for the nose. And then we would draw like little smiley face or whatever. Maybe the buttons with the scarf. Like, that's one thing we definitely did.
Do you remember that snowman that I did, and then it got warm and I saw it die, and I felt so upset?
Yes.
I was like, no!
Yeah, because for some reason, like, it snowed like crazy, and then it was like 40, 50 degrees and
I was so sad.
In front of us.
I was like, look at the...
Holy crap.
Oh, I was so sad. All I saw was the scarf I had put on it, and I was like, I don't even want a bag.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that was, man, good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times. And now we're like the older folks, so we're like, things are so different. And you know what? When our parents used to say things are so different, we would be like, stop it. Yeah. But things are very different. Like, a snow day is like as simple as of an explanation of how things are different. But things are different, and I guess we gotta roll with the punches.
We have to roll with the punches, man. And those of you who are tuned in and y'all are actually listening to us, we appreciate you. But let us know what you're doing on this snow day. What's keeping you occupied? Are you working on some type of project? Because I think this is the perfect time for you to, do something with your hobby if you have a hobby, or catch up maybe on a show, right? Because there are so many great shows out there, like a ton of them. So you can catch up on the show. Let us know what you're doing. We want to know what you guys got going on today, all right? Because this is the perfect day to catch up on something that you couldn't catch up on any other day. So if you're hanging out, you're off on the weekends, and you do not plan on going anywhere because you're on the go, let us know what you got on your workbench, or let us know what you're dealing with. If you're starting a podcast like us, or let us know what shows you're catching up on,
or books. I'm big on reading, so if you have books, let us know.
Yeah,
he won't read it, but I will read it, and I'll tell him about the book.
Yeah, I'm more of like an audio person, but a good friend of ours gave me a book for Christmas, and it's actually a very interesting book, and I do want to open it up and read at least a chapter to see how I feel about it. Like, she's great with the books because she has like such a crazy imagination. Like, she will sit there and read a book and she will be making all types of noises. I'm minding my business and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, how do you get all of that from a book?
Because I'm imagining everything. My characters are better.
Exactly.
My views are better. My characters are better. You know when they say like, what was it better, the movie or the book? I'll always say the book.
Yeah.
Because I'll come up with like a whole entire set of where people live and what's happening. So yeah.
Like my imagination doesn't work that way. I'm more of I got to see it person to really put it together. And then a lot of people come to me and be like, oh, but the book was way better. And I'm just like, okay, well, that's good. Like, I ain't reading it, so it's like whatever. But
this guy,
reading is fundamental. You should read it. And I would definitely encourage people to pick up a book and read it because reading is good. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to practice what I preach. And I'm going to read a chapter.
I'm going to hold you accountable.
Yes, in the next episode. All right,
I'll let y'all know.
I'll show you guys the book on the next episode, and I will give you guys a small little summary on what the first chapter is. Because on this book, every chapter is a different story.
Yes.
So
they're short stories.
They're short stories, yeah. And I'm into like horror, thrillers, supernatural stuff. That's right up my alley. No pun intended. All right, that's gonna go over everybody's heads. I ain't meant for y'all to understand. So I'm not into the gore. I never liked gory, bloody movies like those Saw movies, Terrifier. Those movies are not for me. Those chainsaw movies, no. But the creepy supernatural things that go bump in the night, that's what I'm into. I'm into that. Like, if you look into that corner, that chair with clothes might look like somebody sitting there. So
much so. So much so.
That's what I'm into.
That he hung something up wrong on the closet door, and the closet door is next to our bed. And homie woke up in the middle of the night and swore there was a person watching him. Like, he was freaking out. That's how into the movie he gets, that when the movie's over and it's bedtime.
Yeah.
He is so envisioning whatever it was that happened in the movie. Yeah. So that's how that is your genre, and it always cracks me up because I'm over here like, I was sleeping, I didn't see that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those for me are more relatable. All right, because we all have had those moments where you could be sitting at home by yourself and you would hear a creak or
hello,
a weird noise.
Hello, remember?
Or, yeah. I mean, and sometimes it could be the wind blowing the door closed or
houses creak.
Whatever. Houses, I always say houses are people too.
Houses creak.
They make a lot of noise. Like, houses have feelings and emotions. So it might not most likely it's nothing, but it's so unexplainable that you can become like optimistic about it. You know, okay, well, it is a little windy here, or okay, well, you know, somebody did open the front door and that's what made the, you know, it's always something. So when I watch those kind of psychological, supernatural type of creepy type of movies right there, like those things really stick with me because they're more relatable. But when you're watching like those slasher stuff, like those, you know, chainsaw massacres, those terrifiers, those Saw movies,
I don't
those
like
are
those.
more like obviously like sci-fi horror. Like those are not really things that I can relate to because you're not gonna experience. Well, hope you don't experience those type of things, but you're not gonna hear about those type of things like that. But we are used to growing up hearing all types of ghost stories, all types of folklore.
What do the kids call it? The lore.
Yeah, the lore. Yeah, so that's why I'm more drawn to that genre of horror. So, you know, let us know what you guys are into horror like me. If y'all like to read books more, or if y'all more movie watchers, or if y'all like both. Word, let us know too. Like, you know, give us some of y'all feedback as well. So, yeah. So I think that we're gonna leave it as that for now.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning into the Cake with Breakfast podcast. We really appreciate you guys. This is our first time doing this, so bear with us. Comment, you know, like, share, you know, and you know, don't be afraid to leave any type of criticism. You know, if there's anything you feel like we could do better, anything for this, or just give us your opinion, whatever. You know, we're not those type of people that are gonna be upset. This is a first go around for us, so we want to know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. So do not be afraid to speak your mind, okay? And let us know what's up. All right. So, peace, love, blessings, and safety to everybody out there during this snowstorm that we're having. Stay safe, stay warm. If you don't need to go outside, don't go outside. Yeah, let them Uber Eats guys earn their paychecks today.
Oh my God.
They shouldn't even be working, but you know, listen,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
We all gotta do what we gotta do. So, with that being said, everybody, we hope you enjoyed our first episode of Cake for Breakfast. You know, things will get better moving forward. We did have a good time shooting this right here.
Yes.
What a perfect time to do it. So yeah, peace, blessings again, and be safe, and later.